Hi, this is 9.2 number 6, another hyperbola. The first thing I want to do is I want to put in the correct form. So I usually want a 1 over here. So I divide everything by 256. So I divide each part by 256, and this is what I end up with. Okay, so I did my scratch paper down below here. So by looking at this, my a squared is 4, and my b squared is 64. And I also know that since it's below, since the first term is a y squared, it's going to look closer like this. So the vertices are going to be along the y-axis. So we'll come back to that in a minute. Actually, if you kind of think about it, I know it's going to be either the axes, the vertices will be along the y-axis. So they'll either be this one or this one. These, it looks like they're along the x-axis. So it's going to be one of these two, because it's going to look closer to this. It should be hitting the y-axis, the vertices. Okay. The first thing they ask for is the foci. So using this information right here, c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared, which is 68. If you put that in simplified radical form, if you take the square root and then put simplified radical form, you get 2 square root of 17. Again, these should be along the same axis as the vertices. So it should be 0, and then the positive y value, and then the negative y value. Okay, so that answers the first question. The next question has to do with the asymptotes. So I copied this from the previous one. But asymptotes in this one are a over bx and negative a over bx. Okay. So I'm trying to show this at one time here. I wrote that right here. So a is 2, b is 8. So plus or minus 2 over 8. 2 over 8 reduces to 1/4. So my asymptotes are 1/4 x and negative 1/4 x. And then find the graph, kind of going back to the very beginning here. I know that the vertices are at 2 and negative 2. So it's right here. And then my two graphs, my two asymptotes. Here's one asymptote. That's y equals 1/4. And here's the other one. So if you want to draw the rectangle, kind of like they do in most of the problems, it makes it a little bit easier. I go up 2, down 2, and to the right and left 8 units. And then you can kind of come up with a rectangle from there. So you can kind of tell again, for this one, it's wider this way than this way. And that answers, the answer for this graph would be D.